welcome to your Autonomy Global Network Live. We are at CES 2026 in fabulous Las Vegas, and I'm sitting here with Rob Monkman. He is from Teal. He is sponsoring this particular stream. We've got a bunch of other experts lined up for today. We are so excited, so thanks so much, Rob.
So excited to be here. CES has been a fabulous show, been a really exciting week, and great to find some time to sit down with you, Don.
Woohoo! So tell everybody just a little bit about yourself. I'm talking 30-second elevator pitch.
I'll do it in less.
Okay.
My name's Rob, as Don mentioned. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Teal. We are a network orchestration platform. We also offer some really unique and innovative connectivity solutions, and we can discuss that a little bit more in detail here, but really excited to answer some of your questions.
Well, tons of tech here, clearly, and what are you seeing? Like, in other words, you've walked the floor, you've been here before, like what's exciting to you?
To say that I've been drinking from a fire hose would be an understatement. I would say that some of the most unique and most prominent technologies that I've seen so far have been, one, the humanoid robots.
Oh my gosh, robots!
So many robots.
Can you say, like, word of the day, robots?
Yeah, word of the day. I would say that they're somewhat terrifying.
Well, I like the ones that make me coffee. There's a lot of coffee robots, there's ones that make me drinks, but there are some that look like, what was that movie we were just talking about with Hugh Jackman with the fighting robot?
Oh, there are literally fighting robots in
robots.
boxing rings that move like humans.
Yeah, big ones.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Future
could kill you.
Terminators.
They could totally kill you.
They absolutely could.
Yeah. So what else?
Beyond humanoid robots, I also think that the ag tech sector, companies like John Deere, Caterpillar, Doosan, Kubota have some really exciting technologies.
Yes.
Also on the autonomous front, so a lot of autonomous equipment.
Yeah, fun fact, I just interviewed Kubota.
Yep.
And Agtonomy. So I'm gonna have an article on Autonomy Global about that.
Yeah.
Super cool stuff they're doing.
Super advanced. Going back to robotics, a lot of the autonomous robotics, delivery robots, cleaning robots, logistics robots, you name it. Hyundai has the Boston Dynamics Spot and Atlas robots on display, so lots of cool stuff in that space. And then I would also say that the autonomous mobility and vehicles, everything from autonomous trucks to cars and all the technology that surrounds that is super exciting.
Yeah, it's mostly the tech, honestly. Maybe I missed it. I'm not seeing a ton of cars this year, interestingly, but I'm seeing like 3,000 plus AI companies.
Yep.
So we can talk more about, in fact, I know we're going to talk with your buddy Rob more about that and his thoughts on AI. After the big Lenovo keynote, we were all very, very, let's say, frightened by. So moving on, so what else, Rob? Like, before we cut to Mario from Anello Photonics, they've got a booth here too.
That's the stuff that I'm interested in, but I think a lot of people coming to CES, they're also interested in all the gaming tech,
the fun stuff,
the TVs, the holograms, a lot of the fun stuff.
Yeah, I saw the cutest little robot dog, and it really had a head and it had little blinking eyes, and you could teach it things. And that was over in the Venetian. That's pretty cool. So, oh my gosh, I took a little video of it. It's so cute.
Yeah.
So awesome. Teal, big party this week too. We're gonna later cut to a special segment on that with some special guests from that as well. So excited for that, about that as well. All right, how can people learn more about Teal and reach you, Rob?
Yeah, for those that want to learn more about Teal, all the technology has probably one thing in common, and that's it needs to be reliably connected no matter where it's deployed. And that's really where Teal comes in. We help to connect many different technologies, devices, mission critical solutions onto the best cellular networks globally. We're talking 195 countries. So if people are willing to check us out and want to learn more, they can go to teal, like the color.io. And
right here, he's wearing the
swag.
There we
go.
I'm wearing mine, he's wearing his. There you go.
You can learn more about some of our solutions there.
Yeah, and fun fact, Rob was on the Dawn of Autonomy podcast back in November. You guys sponsored the month. And more fun stuff coming up this year, so stay tuned. We'll be working with Teal, and you'll see a little bit more from the party. So
yeah,
thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me. We do a lot of work with drones and beyond visual line of sight operations, so excited to keep having those discussions with you.
Well, and EVs.
Of course, EVs.
Okay, so Move America, I'm already talking to them. I'm hoping to go. If I
Yep.
can't go, I know you do. We'll figure it out.
We'll be
But-
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Mario up here. Thank you so much, Rob. We'll
Thanks,
be talking
Don.
to you again soon.
Appreciate it.
All right, we've got Dr. Mario Paniccia here from Paniccia. He is from Anello. Oh, my buddy. Yesterday or the other day, day one, I think, of this show, I was wandering around, and I know
Seems like a week ago.
it does. It feels like a million years ago. I wandered into their booth, and I saw you guys posted that on LinkedIn. So super cool. So tell everybody, lift that little mic up to your face.
Hi, my name's Mario.
And
Thanks.
tell them about you.
So our company's called Anello. We build the world's smallest optical gyro, and this is the SciFog.
There it is. The size almost
fits
like
in the
a
palm of your
postage
hand,
stamp,
right?
a little bit
It's
bigger.
a little bigger than a
Not much.
cool postage stamp. And what we do with this is it allows us to do GPS denied navigation. And so with this tiny sensor, we put it in the systems, and now we can do land, air, and sea. And the big thing is the world has been dependent on GPS, right?
I know.
And what happens when you lose GPS? We basically driving blind, flying blind.
Yes.
You can't navigate. So
Swimming blind.
Swimming blind. So we've created technology now that used to be in the high-end hypersonic missiles and the fighter jets and the submarines, and now we can take it to the mass market. So we have land, air, and sea. At this show, we just launched a new aerial product, an aerial INS for drones. We had a press announcement a couple days ago with our partner Firestorm, which builds 3D printed drones. Right, so
Okay,
not just
dude,
drones,
we got to
but
get them on
3D
my
printed.
show.
Oh.
Got to get them on the Dawn of Autonomy with you.
Absolutely.
How fun would that be?
And so they can print these right on in the battlefield. But the point is,
Oh my gosh.
what happens when you don't have GPS?
Well,
They're all on cameras, so
Yeah.
cameras don't work.
so
over
they
water.
bring these along.
So we have our systems embedded, so we can navigate no cameras, nothing else but Anello. So it's exciting because, as you see here, we'll talk more about what you've seen, but this is the dawn of autonomy is arrived.
It
right?
is. I'm telling you,
So-
autonomy. I mean, I said robots, the word of the day, but autonomy, if there's two words, it would be autonomy would be the second one.
And the robots. Have you seen any
And
robots?
and
here?
AI would be the third.
Were there any
No,
robots
there's
at the show?
no robots in the central hall where we're located right
But the
now.
show is all
Oh, the show
everywhere.
is every
They're
robots everywhere.
Well, they're fighting robots. I
Yeah.
don't get it though. I mean, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
What they can do. Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. I don't get it either, but we'll see.
But-
I actually saw a security robot from Japan that had a little drone affiliated with it. So when the security robot sees something, it deploys the drone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it was almost like a blob of a thing. You know, we see a lot of the drone dogs. You know, the UGVs, the quadruped
But
UGV.
now they're like humanoids. Like
Now they're like
doing the
humanoids, like
dancing and
looking.
I mean, the boxing thing is just to show how versatile. You can punch them down, they jump back up, but they're just
Exactly.
everywhere. It seems like
It
they're
is.
becoming very real, right?
So tell me, we're talking about robots, we're talking about other stuff. What have you seen that it was like, whoa, I can't believe I just saw that? Anything?
I mean, I think on the robots, they're just like they're doing like you shake your hands and you do this, but
Yeah.
It's so lifelike, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the motions aren't like the old crooked thing. They're just
They're like for real.
Yeah.
And not only that, but now they have tactile.
Yes,
Like
yes.
they can pick things up. They can actually feel things, and like, okay, that's not the right object. I'm going to go with something different. So it's
think
pretty advanced.
But the use cases are starting to a lot of the coffee makers and
Yeah.
going to the stores. I just started to see there's a lot of these. They become much more practical.
Yeah.
And maybe obviously affordability is one piece, but
Yeah.
that's and then there's this thing called AI.
AI. That's number 3. Robots, autonomy, AI. They're the big 3 here.
So what I find at this show, one is our booths for the last couple of days is just like
Been
nonstop. So
swamped. That's great.
You don't even get a chance to leave, right? You're so busy, but
Yeah.
it's just to see how fast the tech is moving here across
Yeah.
all these areas, right?
Yeah.
And in autonomy, it's less of cars, I think now, but the systems and the solutions to do autonomy and the stack.
100%.
But as you walk, you need to spend another 2 weeks just to walk the floor here.
You really do. And some of it, for business, and some of it just for fun. Like, oh, I really want those cool glasses or whatever, right? Like, so yeah, for sure. So, all right,
Okay.
my friend, how do people learn more about Anello? How can they find you?
So obviously, you can easily go to the website, Anello, ANELLO. Remember what Anello means?
Circle.
In Italian?
Ring.
Anello means ring.
Ring.
In Italian. So we build optical gyros on a chip. So you can go to our website, anellophotonics.com. But if you're here at CES, come to our booth, North Hall 177. learn more about the technology, and more important, like I always say, what can we do
Absolutely.
for you, and how can we take our technology? The things next year, we're coming up with some exciting stuff. We launched a new product today, but we're also, the next thing is land, air, sea. What's left?
Okay, what's left? Land, air, sea, space?
Space.
Subsea, subsurface.
Subsea, and then personal. So that's
Okay.
the next frontier.
All right, so now you know, 2026, big plans over there at
Terrific.
Anello. All right, we'll be
Happy
be
New
watching.
Year. You know, I say Happy New Year in Italian.
Happy New Year. How?
Buon anno.
One ad anno.
Anno. Happy New
One
Year, everybody.
anno.
Buon
All right,
anno.
very
Great
good.
seeing you.
Thank you. Great to see
Take
you.
care now.
All right, we've got Sean. Sean is from Einride. Sean.
Love that
So,
accent.
all right, well, from Philly.
At least slouch here.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
in.
You're gonna.
Get
He's
it in
very
here.
tall, so he's gonna crunch down. I look so tiny next to you. I do. So,
ready to come
all right. Tell him your whole name.
Sean Ackley. Yeah.
Sean Ackley. Tell them what you do and what Einride is.
Yeah, so I am the VP of Energy and Infrastructures here at Enride. And Enride, if you've not heard about us, please do go Google. It's EINRIDE. You might say Einride, Enride.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries, not a problem.
Tomato,
at all.
tomato.
Tomato,
Yeah.
exactly. But when you do, you'll probably see the foundation of the company, which is in autonomy, but heavy duty freight and logistics. So imagine a cabless robot that looks straight out of the future, straight out of the movies, that can deliver goods A to B without a cab, without a nanny, without a driver in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And we have a remote operations center, we have a cloud network, we have a digital ecosystem, both sort of the driver, so to speak, the autonomous driver,
Yes.
as well as the management and dispatching and logistics tools that help optimize that freight because it's fully electric. And to do that, and when doing that,
Yeah.
our whole goal, our ethos is to achieve diesel parity in pricing when moving to electric freight. So you
Okay.
decarbonize, but you're not paying generally a premium to move that pallet A to B.
Yeah.
So we serve shippers that you have heard of, certainly from Heineken to General Electric Appliances here in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And then as the company has grown and matured over the last few years, we now also own and operate one of the largest driven electric fleets in Class 8. So this is heavy duty trucks, big trucks, from BYD to Scania, the big tractor trailers that
Yeah.
you've seen on the road. We have one of the largest fleets of those as well. We staff the drivers and we actively deliver the goods A to B for those shippers. Or in the case of a shipper that has an incumbent carrier that wants to learn
Yeah.
along with us, we turn the trucks over to them and we help them with the remote operations. Again, the goal is to decarbonize,
Yeah.
but not pay a premium for it.
So so first of all, are you guys headquartered? And second of all, where are a lot of these operations occurring?
Sure. Company founded in Sweden, hence my little Business Sweden pin here.
Look at
Yeah,
you.
I just
Okay.
got badged today.
Nice.
So founded in Sweden, headquarters in Stockholm. We have engineering resources in Gothenburg, but we have a U.S. headquarters in Austin, Texas, and we operate in 13 states, I believe, today. Could be
Wow.
bigger than that by the time anyone reaches out and wants to talk with us.
Yeah, 2026.
2026 is a year of scaling and growth for us, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting.
Excellent. All right, so we've been talking about autonomy and robots and AI. I know you've been listening. You've been walking the floor, just kind of giving your unique perspective in this space. What are you seeing that you're excited about?
Oh man, so I'm sure AI has already been taken. I can't talk about AI
Well,
anymore.
yeah,
We have to
no,
put it down? We have to
no,
put it
yeah,
down?
yeah.
No, oh my gosh, it is the year of AI. And I think I've been coming to CES now for probably about 8 years. And
Oh,
I do
wow.
remember,
Okay.
and I've been in the EV industry for about 10.
Yeah.
And there was this evolution of CES. It went from a purely consumer electronics show to it became a car show. There was an era of it what felt like a car show.
I
didn't
totally
it? You
agree, and
remember
I
that?
feel like that's not the case this year.
No, all right, so
yeah.
if you haven't made it to the West Hall, that's where I've spent a lot of my time earlier in
Yes,
this week.
yes.
And the West Hall certainly still is automotive focused. There's a lot of
100%. There's
great-
tractors.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, there's
the flying cars are back. of course
level
they are.
4 autonomous
Yeah,
cars.
Yeah. But you know what was really stand out to me, and I think I would highlight to anyone who's doing any reporting or walking around and is interested, Chinese OEMs are here.
Oh my God.
They are here. And
Everywhere.
Yeah, and they are
Yeah.
incredible. So it's
Yeah.
something to keep an eye on if you're a consumer or just generally curious about the state of the industry and the technology in the EV space. It's
Yeah.
still here and it's doing incredible things.
Well, it's not just EV space, right, Sean?
Oh,
it's
no, of
it's the
course.
drone space too.
It is,
I just
absolutely.
saw a really giant booth and all these drones, and I was like, why have I not heard of you? And the young lady, she's like, we're from China.
Oh.
And I was just like,
You know
okay.
what I want? I don't know if you have a yard that you have to mow at home. I've got yard that I hate to mow.
They've got a lot of autonomous mowers.
Oh my gosh, an AV lawnmower. If anyone out
Little
there
baby
has,
ones,
has
like
some,
little ones.
put a fleet of them out there.
Oh yeah.
that'd
That's
be
so
great.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, how can people learn more about your company and how can they find you?
Sure. Well, start by going out to the website. It gives a lot of the story in the background. So as I said, it's einride.tech, T-E-C-H. So if you start there, you're going to learn a lot. When you want to reach out, press@nride.tech, info@nride.tech. You can find me somewhere, I'm sure. If not physically here roaming around at my height, you can't miss me.
Yeah,
but you can
so
also
true.
reach out and email me as well.
All right, very good. Well, I'd like to do some international travel this year, and Sweden sounds pretty awesome to me. So I'm just saying, if you want some coverage.
Pro tip, wait for the spring.
Okay, well, that's true. Sweden in the spring, much better than Sweden in the winter. All right, very good.
Great.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks
Great
for
to
having
meet
me.
you.
Absolutely.
Yay. All right, I think we've got Deborah Wilcox up next. All right, so, and then we'll have Rob. We've got like a couple more down the line here. So this is like a homecoming for me. I've got two Colorado people here on the net. Deborah is one of them. Deborah is with, amongst many things, the Colorado Space Business Roundtable. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Okay, very good, very good. And so tell them a little bit about you, Deborah, and also the roundtable.
Absolutely. Thank you, Don. I'm so thrilled to be here with you and here at CES because there are so many things to see here that are relevant to what we do. That's about aerospace. And I come from a background with 3D printing, with additive manufacturing, and then also right into aerospace. And additive manufacturing obviously supports aerospace, as do so many of the autonomous vehicles.
Yes.
Let's be honest, those are things we're all going to use extraterrestrially, and we need to see how they work here, and then we're going to figure out how they go to space.
Well, yes,
right?
and honestly, none of these autonomous vehicles work without space. Period. Dot. Like there's
Also
such a synergy there that people we have our little stovepipes,
right?
But it's not like ever the twain shall meet because they're meeting every single day.
That's right.
And coexisting. Just sometimes it's transparent to people.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And I talk to people all the time about this, about what they don't know about how important space is to what they do every single day.
Absolutely.
And then how we incorporate the ideas of what's autonomous.
Yes.
That works with what we're talking about.
Yep.
It's going to be very critically important as we think about living on the moon. We're not just going to go visit this time.
Yeah, okay.
We're going.
We got Artemis coming up, everybody.
Artemis is
Keep your
coming.
eyes peeled. Artemis 2 launch is scheduled hopefully for February.
Yes.
We're hearing things about Golden Dome. There's just so many things happening kind of in this realm. Complementary or alternate PNT, position navigation timing.
Absolutely.
So the list goes on and on. But speaking of
does.
lists that go on and on, long list of companies here.
Yes.
You've been walking the floor with your own perspective, right? We just had an EV perspective. You're bringing kind of a space perspective to it. As you look around, what is knocking your socks off?
Well, there are many aspects of the AI world that we are still figuring out how to incorporate into space.
Okay, makes sense.
Because that has not always worked together.
Yeah.
When we think about some things that have to be very, very closely watched, they're very sensitive to data interruptions or data incursions.
Yes.
And those can be both friendly and not friendly.
Yes.
But so AI has to be carefully looked at and thought about how it applies for those kinds of applications. Very important.
Well, 3,000 AI companies, so you got a lot of work cut out for you, my friend, walking this floor.
That's true. But also, all the various robotic applications.
Yes.
We really do have to try them out here first.
Yep.
And then we're going to figure out how we're going to use them, because when we get to the moon, we really are going to need the assistance of robotics to help us do a variety of tasks.
Yes.
We are not physically going to be able, no matter how many of us are there, to do some of the projects and lift things and move things and build things. That is going to be a lot of robotics that are going to help us.
Well, I love having Deborah on this show. Well, a number of reasons. But by the way, she also is a lawyer. She didn't mention that. She's a licensed attorney. This idea of the interconnectedness of all these different technologies is exactly why we created Autonomy Global and the Autonomy Global Network. You're walking around here with a space mindset, looking at robotics, you're looking at AI, And once we all start connecting those dots, that's when everything really starts literally lifting off, right? Taking off.
That's absolutely
So,
right, Dawn.
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
What can people learn? Where can they go to learn about the Colorado space businesses?
So the Colorado Space Business Roundtable, we have our own website. You can find us that way. And I will just call out a good example of what we
Okay, everybody, you might have seen that little glitch, and these things happen when you're doing, some kind of a podcast. So that was on me. Deborah, you were just in the middle of explaining about the Colorado Business Roundtable
Yes.
for space and kind of some upcoming things.
So, in fact, next week we're hosting the Colorado Lunar Forum, and we're going to talk about all things in Colorado, companies that have the greatest ideas for how we're going to be on the moon, how we're going to attack projects there, how we're going to have all kinds of things that are going to happen and be maintained on the moon. So it's a really good opportunity to talk about all things lunar, and that's an exciting project and topic.
That's
right?
really cool. Next week is also GeoBiz. So the geospatial community
Yes.
is going to be out in Denver as well, and I'm going to speaking on 2 panels on Wednesday. So if you're in the Colorado area, reach out to me or Deborah to tap into one of these amazing space events that's happening next week. And in the meantime, Deborah, how can people learn more about the Colorado Space Business Roundtable or reach you?
Yes, you can certainly reach me via the website coloradoSpaceBusinessRoundtable.org. You can find us there, and you can find a list of all of our events, which we have many. We have Aerospace Day at the Capitol coming up, and of course, the Space Symposium will be in April.
Woohoo, at the Broadmoor. I'll be
At the
there
Broadmoor.
covering it. Yep, absolutely, 100%.
It's like this,
I know, it is, but for space.
all things space.
It really
Absolutely.
is. Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Dawn.
Great to see you as always.
Of course.
All right, we're bringing up Rob. Now, Rob is a friend of the other Rob, and he actually has his own podcast as well and does a lot of different things in the media space. So, first of all, tell him who you are and what you do.
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm not the other Rob. And,
He's the real Rob.
I'm the real Rob. And, All right. So I'm an analyst, an industry analyst. You're like, what the heck is that? I work for a company called IDC. It's one of those big analyst firms. You probably heard of Gartner and Forrester.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. Anyway, so focus mostly on cloud, hyperscalers, things like that, infrastructure, AI.
AI.
Whoa, shocker.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to be here at CES. I love coming almost every year because this is emerging tech.
It
I
really
hear lots
is.
of people go, oh, don't go there, it's just consumer stuff.
It's not.
It's not. It's everything. And
It is.
This is where you see the very, very beginnings of the coolest stuff that will, and even if it starts out as consumer, lots of consumer stuff find their way into the enterprise
Yeah.
all the time because people take it personally at home and
Yes.
they're like, oh, I want this at the office.
Well, it's so funny you say that because
Yeah.
you and I were talking before we went
Yeah.
about the Lenovo keynote. It was in the
Right.
Sphere.
That was
It was
cool.
like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And then followed by Gwen Stefani,
She
which,
was
by the way,
awesome.
on point.
Yeah. I could play the video on my phone.
There you go. But you mentioned this idea of consumer tech kind of making its way into enterprise, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what they pitched.
It is.
This personal smart AI
Yes. Yes.
that also then kind of parallels in the enterprise world, plus public AI data,
Right.
marrying all of that into what we heard the term last night of super AI
Super AI.
and intuitive AI.
Okay.
So tell us, walk us through a little bit what you heard and your impressions of that.
So I feel like people are just putting different words in front of the AI.
Super.
And yeah.
It's intuitive.
Super. It's intuitive.
It's enterprise.
It's magical. It's inclusive. It's all that stuff.
But
yeah.
only with your
But
permission.
only with your permission. Yes. Yeah. What was the thing? Is it called Kira? Whatever was
Kira.
Kira.
Q-I-R-A.
Okay, so that was their big AI thing that they came up with. They've been working on, and you kind of see the logo. It's like, hello. It reminded me of that movie, Her.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
Here's your new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there was that, kind of creepy. It reminded me also of Cortana. I spent most of my career at Microsoft, and if you remember Windows Phone, we had this Cortana competing with Siri. It looked like that.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
So there's that, and you might think immediately, it's like, okay, there's that tech, and does that compete with Copilot and every other client AI thing out there, Claude, ChatGPT, but I guess the deal with Lenovo is it works across all their platforms.
And they partner with everybody.
And they partner
so
with everybody,
like
so you can pick up where you left off.
Microsoft,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Motorola, I didn't realize they bought them or
I
they
know, a lot of
own
people
them.
don't realize
I had
that.
no idea because
Yeah,
every public safety agency virtually uses Motorola
different.
phones.
Whoa, different Motorola.
It is.
They
What?
split into two
Oh.
a while back, and so there's the Motorola. You think of first responders.
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
That Motorola is called Motorola Solutions, and then the Motorola that was making smartphones actually was bought by Google,
Oh,
and then Google sold it to Lenovo.
okay. Wow.
Isn't that
It's
weird
so hard
how
to keep track of
A
this
lot
stuff.
of
but
mergers and acquisitions happening here
Yeah,
live at CES.
yeah.
This is where you hear about it first.
you do. But the
You-
Kira thing,
The Cure thing's running everywhere. So
it's personal AI.
Yes.
So tell them about the little wearable
Let's
thing
talk-
and like this whole concept of what is personal AI. What's it
yeah,
supposed to do
yeah,
for you?
Exactly. So there's this pendant kind of thing, AI companion deal that you might wear and a lanyard around your neck, like a
It actually almost looks like this little
Almost
mic,
looks like
almost
this.
like the lavalier mic, but
It's
like,
like-
this way,
yeah.
the other direction, with
so
a
it's kind of
camera.
hanging here, and so
With a
it-
camera
and so as they said,
and a mic.
it sees whatever you see
And
and it
hears.
hears whatever you hear, and so you're
It's
like,
a little mini you.
it's a mini you, and people are like, oh, isn't that cool? And so basically, you can imagine the tech behind that would be, it's like probably a little bit of compute, a little bit of
Snapdragon,
little
Qualcomm,
Snapdragon, of course.
Qualcomm Snapdragon
know,
in there.
we
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. We just
All of it.
inserted ourselves into this. Yeah,
Everything.
it could be connectivity, compute, storage, networking, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
AI is built into it. Their AI.
Yes.
And it's recording, and it's watching, and so the whole day.
Everything.
Everything. And of course, what did they keep saying?
With your permission.
Yeah. And so I immediately thought of a few different things. I'd read a book that I think you've read too. It's called The Circle.
Yes.
There's a guy, an author named Dave Eggers. Incredible book. They made a movie about it, which was not so hot.
Yeah.
But the book was amazing. And
Yep.
in the gist of it in the book, in the movie, was all these young people working at this tech company in Silicon Valley, and they are required to wear this little pendant thing around them that sees everything they see and hears everything. And the whole deal was like, oh, you need to be able to share your whole life with everyone.
Everybody.
Everybody, because some people can't. It was unfair. Like someone might be disabled and they couldn't go whitewater rafting, but they should be able to enjoy you whitewater rafting.
Right.
So they kind of made it sound cool, but at the same time, you kind of realize this is the most dystopian, messed up thing you've ever seen. Right?
I'm like texting people. All right, let's be real. I'm like texting my husband, like, this is really frightening. Like,
It
this
is.
is like the most frightening thing I've ever heard. Because it's like pitching it as like, this will make your life easier because it's like, all right, I forgot to get a present for like my niece. Suggest something for me.
Yeah.
And then put it on my calendar so I can go buy it tomorrow.
Right.
Or better yet, just order it off the internet for me and ship it right to her because you have access to all my contacts.
Yeah.
And like you could see where that could be very time saving and efficient, right?
Right.
On a very kind of high level, that's great.
Yeah.
But then you could see where this could really get dark really quickly.
Could you imagine?
Where if someone hacked into it,
Yeah.
or the government decides they don't like what you said,
This is like a.
and now they have access to all your stuff, including your medical information, because the
Yeah,
rings,
yeah.
those rings, the glasses, all of it is connected.
Everything you do every day, everything
Everything.
you see, it sees and it's
And what you-
recorded,
what
and it's
you
gonna say,
eat.
and it's gonna be streamed to the cloud or something, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna know It's like a police body cam, except that's on you 24/7.
Could you imagine like you're just having a day and it's just like, well, you probably should take some liquid IV because you didn't sleep well last night and you definitely had like 5 drinks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, whoa.
I
like,
can totally see that.
yeah.
So I thought about the circle. I also thought about there was a startup called Humane.
Mm.
The Humane pin. They were like at CES a few years ago. They didn't make it, but it was the same kind of idea.
Yeah.
And then I also thought about, Sam Altman over at OpenAI. He brought on Johnny Ive, who you will remember from Apple, who designed the iPhone and all that stuff. And he
Yeah.
had a company, and he's obviously a great designer of products. He brought Johnny Ive into OpenAI. I think bought his little company for $7 billion. Isn't it amazing how people just kind of throw around billions
Yeah,
of
like
dollars
my
now?
little company for
like it's nothing,
$7 billion.
And the thinking is Johnny Ive is going to create some new product that's not a cell phone, it's not a whatever. It might be like this thing that Lenovo is showing. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yes, it could be good for some people. It could be totally a dystopian nightmare for others. Who knows?
To be determined.
To be determined.
Skynet. It's never going to happen.
It's
Come
never
on.
gonna happen.
3,000 AI companies. What could possibly go wrong?
What could go wrong? Totally.
All
Yeah.
right. So tell them how people can learn more about what you do and
Yes.
how they can reach you.
Okay. You can find me on the LinkedIn machine. I'm Rob Tiffany on LinkedIn. I'm also at Rob Tiffany on Twitter, X. You can find me there. I have a website even,
Okay.
a blog that I sometimes write on, robtiffany.com.
Very cool.
And so, yeah, I'm at IDC and I'm writing stuff all the time about things.
All right. Well, we need to partner up with Autonomy Global.
I think that's
For
a
real.
great idea.
Yeah.
We gotta make
okay.
it happen.
All right. Sounds
We're down
great.
with it.
All right. Yay.
All right,
All
yay.
right.
Bye.
Great to meet you.
Good meeting you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Adios.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Last but not least, we've got Eric. All right, and I'm back after once again hitting the keypad and jacking this up. We've got Eric Richard. He is coming to us from, come on down, Drone Sports, and also a fellow Coloradan. So you're gonna have to move in closer to me, my friend.
Yep,
That's
yep,
okay.
yep.
There you are. So tell them about yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Eric
Mike.
Richard. Hi, hi everybody, I'm Eric Richard. I'm arriving here from Colorado, Broomfield, Colorado. I love being here. This is really exciting. I'm the president of Drone Sports. We design, manufacture drone soccer equipment for the United States and abroad. So we are here on the ground, networking with some of our partners, talking with people, finding out what they're developing, what's in the process, and even finding some new friends to partner with. So it's been a lot of fun being here.
I feel like at some point you guys have to have your own booth here because you put those drones out here and you have some kids playing, right, with drone soccer essentially.
Right.
It's going to blow people's minds, and I think it would be really, because everybody from the whole world literally is here right now. So Eric, you and I talked about this. I think there was some confusion. There was like maybe some splintering happening amongst drone soccer and like who's on 1st, who's doing what.
Right.
Can you explain exactly what your organization does and kind of what achievements you've had over the past year?
100%. So here's the secret sauce. So we were US Drone Soccer. We did business as US Drone Soccer. And what we found is that about 2 years ago, we started having an identity crisis because we were both managing a league, we were managing the competition side, and we needed a way to support the community better, both finding sponsorships, pursuing grants, but we can't do that as a corporation.
Yeah.
So what we did is we split between the US Drone Soccer Association and Drone Sports, which is Drone Sports is me.
Yeah.
That way we can focus on research and development. We continue to develop the product based on the feedback that we get from the educators. And then the other half, the US Drone Soccer Association can focus on developing that community, making sure that that support is available to them, and continuing on and manage the league itself.
Okay, excellent.
Yes.
So, is this your first year here?
It is my first year.
Oh my gosh, is your mind blown?
Yes, this has been
Okay.
a bucket list item for a long time to be here, so I'm so
Okay,
excited. Yes.
so you're a newbie.
I'm a newbie.
Tell them your impressions.
Well, one of the reasons that we're here is to kind of see get a handle on the technology industry and see where things are going. I think that in that process, drones are just a piece of what we do. We're also preparing students for technical career paths, pursuing different interests and passions, and understanding where the technology industry is going is very important for us as we continue to develop our program. So for that, it's just been fascinating to see. Obviously, there's a ton of AI here. Everything is labeled with AI.
Yeah.
But seeing what the questions being asked, how people are starting to navigate the international conversation, especially in the current conditions and climate.
Yeah.
So for us to support that, and this is really interesting. I sat in on a session yesterday about how to prepare students for the workplace of tomorrow and how to get them into tech and how to get them excited.
Yeah.
Which is speaking my language. Right?
Oh yeah,
Right. So the interesting conversation was really about sparking curiosity and sparking that passion at a young age.
Yeah.
And allowing them to make mistakes, allowing them to discover and fostering that environment in the K-12 space, and then sending them on their way.
Yeah.
So currently a lot of industry is focused on certifications, right? Getting certifications, getting that training in.
Sure.
And I would say that's more at the college level, the university
Totally.
level.
Or even just kind of that business or corporate level
Right.
as well.
Right. And oftentimes they'll pay for it.
Yeah.
So don't waste time at the K-12 level or K-12 level. Focus on the mindset.
Just
You
the
want it-
fun, the culture,
Want 'em to have a good
fail
time.
forward, you
Yes,
know, experiment,
yes.
innovate. Like, don't be afraid to screw up, to fail.
Yes.
That's how you learn.
100%.
So that's really awesome. I love that.
100%.
I love that. So, you know, this show takes up the entire city of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, it's not
Yes.
just this convention center. I mean, this Central Hall where we're at is just one aspect of it. You've got a West Hall, you've got a North Hall, you've got a South Hall, you've got the Venetian, you've got the Aria, and this year for the first time, the Fontainebleau has not only AI section, it has quantum. Yes, you heard me right. There's quantum technologies over there this year for the very first time. Have you been able to get around? You're just like, you know, it's almost hard. It's impossible. It's impossible.
I've been to 3 locations so far.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around a corner, there's a new hall. There's a new exhibit hall. So there's 140,000 people here registered to be here, and it is packed, absolutely packed with both information, with vendors, with people to meet, and so you're just running a treadmill, trying to meet as many people as you can in the shortest amount of time.
Yes.
So I think this is going to be the tip of the iceberg for us. I think we'll be back year after year and continue to network and connect with people.
Yeah, so for those that didn't make it this year and are thinking about next year, I'd highly encourage you to come. And in terms of pro tips, I'd say kind of pick your poison. Like, what are you really interested in? Go find that section. Like, for example, the Venetian has a lot of international pavilions, which are super fun. I mean, it's a diverse kind of tech in every pavilion. But to meet with our international partners, if that's one of your goals, that would be super fun. But then also carve out time for yourself just to have a good time.
Yes.
Right? Because like, you want to play around with some of this tech, even if you're not a gamer. You're going to want to check out the VR goggles or the haptic gloves, just because it's cool. And absolutely, hey, Vegas, great food, great shows. Fun fact, saw the Backstreet Boys and Gwen Stefani this week. So I'm running on fumes right now, but parties galore, good times. How can people learn more about drone sports?
We'll check out our website, dronesports.us. That's our main site. And then you can also email me, Eric, ERIC, @dronesports.us, and reach out. I'd love to have a conversation with you.